What's up, card family? Awesome card community out there. Spidey of the Aranya Boys coming to you from Spidey Den, and today I'm making a video that I never wanted to make, but I kind of have to, because I'm kind of stuck. I have three very important things in front of me, that I'm going to talk about. I never in a million years would have ever thought that this 1992 Topps Gold Shaquille O'Neal rookie card would ever become the most precious card in my collection. But it has. And also, I have a picture of the most important pigeon to ever come into my life. The Netherlands NL 1986 244 314. And it's all because of my mom. This is one of my favorite pictures of my mom. This picture of her holding the Magoogan Stazard. She loved that pigeon. She won first place in the pigeon show that day. This is 1984, guys. You can tell by the jacket, but you can tell my mom's smiling, and we got that trophy. It's at my house. My mom, man, my mom. This is gonna be about my mom, guys. Man, my mom was a registered nurse. And a lot of I am who I am because of my mom. My mom, she was one of the best pigeon racers in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, she won tons of races. She won championships, championship birds, sectionals, combines, you name it. She was tough. She was one of the best pigeon flyers, handlers around, bar none. And my dad, he was the breeder. He bred the pigeons. He was the creator. He seen something in pigeons. He loved putting pigeons and creating racing pigeons. But my mom was the handler. And now, here, 46 years old, my dad's a breeder. My mom was a handler. I took after my mom. It turns out that I am, whenever I'm focused, I'm one of the toughest racers in our area. I have records to prove it. Whenever I race, I come in top 2, top 3 in the combine as far as championship log, average speed, all that stuff. So I take after my mom. My mom also loved to rip packs. She loved ripping baseball, basketball, football. She was a Washington Redskin fan, and I'm not being politically correct. That's what she was. She's a Yankees fan, and she was a 76ers fan. She loved to rip cards, and my dad and my mom, we collected cards whenever I was younger, and my mom is a set builder. She loved building sets. She loved opening packs, and she loved putting the sets together. That's what she got a kick out of. My dad, he liked the rookies and everything. He liked to collect the rookies and that's what he was into. And it turns out that in card collecting, sorry mom, I take after my dad. I like to collect rookies and the players that I like. I don't really build sets and everything. So it's kind of funny, I race pigeons and I collect cardboard. They're my two favorite things. That's what makes me happy, and it's because of my mom and dad. My mom, like I said, she was a champion pigeon racer, and I hope to keep on, making her proud, because I've just started to dabble into my dad's side, the breeding and everything, and I really love it too. So, but yeah, my mom, my mom, she was so competitive. She loved to play golf. She was really good at golf. She loved bingo. I mean, my mom was just so competitive, and here I'm going. My mom used to work at this place called Mid Straits Distributors, where she would like take like boxes of cards and drop them off at stores, and she worked at the warehouse. And in 1992, she brought home after work. I'll never forget. She brought home a box of 92 tops, and after dinner, she's like, we opened it. And there's four of us. There's my dad. There's my sister. My mother and me. So we each got a corner, and my mom was just so competitive. Even though we're just opening cards for fun, she's like, whoever pulls the best card wins. Whoever pulls like the gold Michael Jordan or like a gold Shaquille or this or that, wins. So we're all opening our packs, and I'll never forget, and everything like that. She opened the one pack and she goes, "I win," and she pulled this gold Shaquille O'Neal rookie and everything, and beat us in kind of like a pack war from the 90s. We didn't know it was a pack war back then, but yeah, and she put it into this penny sleeve and into this top loader, and I'm telling you what, guys, it's been in this top loader and penny sleeve since 1992, and this card is mint, just like the day it was pulled. I mean, the top loader's dirty, but this is my most precious card because my mom pulled this. And I just recently, my mom just passed. I just lost my mom. I'm really struggling. But I know got a bunch of guys is like, well, why haven't you, all of a sudden you're seeing pigeon videos, no cards. Yeah, life gave me a gut punch, guys. So here I'm going to talk about 314. My mom had a nasty Widowhood team, and on this Widowhood team, she had this. What was it? It was a Bastine. It was a black and white Bastine splash. She loved that guy. I mean, he wasn't the greatest, but she loved that guy. Well, anyway, in 1988, Larry Shank, another pigeon flyer, he had a bunch of good birds. He had brought in a bunch of like birds, and my dad had went down to see him, and my dad fell in love with this guy, and he asked Larry. He was like, how much do you want for him? He's like, I'd like to have him, and Larry's like, nope, not selling him. He's like, but he was like, if you would like to trade for him, he was like, I'd love to have that black and white splash you guys have in your Widowhood loft. And right away, my dad's like, oh, he was like, I'm going to have to talk to my wife, Rhonda, because that's her pigeon. I can't do it. So Dad came home that night and showed my mom the pedigree, and he said, I'd really, really, really like to have this pigeon, and he wants your Bastine. And my mom, with no hesitation, said, do it, trade it. So they traded for him. So we traded for 314. This is Champion 314, by the way. We traded for him in 88. Got him late. Didn't get to breed him. Bred him his first year in 89, and he won the Harrisburg Open. His daughter won the Harrisburg Open that day. My mom was waiting at home. We took the clocks down, because my mom was staying home with my sister, and we came through the door and everything like that. My mom, first thing she said, how did we do? Because we got 7 birds on a drop, and we had clocked all 10 of our birds in the Harrisburg Open. and we knew we got him a pretty good time. And my dad just reached into his pockets and just made it rain. He just threw a bunch of money into the air and said, he said the cockbird traded for, his baby won. And that was in 19. I got my first Nintendo. 314 did this for me. The bird that my mom allowed us to trade for, and brought him into my life. Whenever you're like 11, 12 years old, Nintendo was a hot thing. I didn't have a Nintendo. My neighbor had a Nintendo. Kids down the street had Nintendos. Everybody had Nintendo. I didn't have a Nintendo. I wanted a Nintendo. And I never, ever had an opportunity for Nintendo. And this guy, his daughter went in that Harrisburg Open and getting all that money. I got my Nintendo. And that's not the only reason this guy's special. Everything he touches, all my good blood goes back to him. And, like I said, I was getting ready to do a live for the Spread the Love, Spread the Hobby. I was texting Mr. Fisher Bike, getting ready for it, and I had just gotten done with him about 10 minutes. I get a text from my sister, and she's like, "You need to get to the hospital and everything. It's not good. Mom's in the hospital, so." Go to the hospital, and we're doing that thing, that we do, back and forth. So from that time on, into the hospital, what's going on, this and that, dealing with, mom being sick. And I just haven't been able to get into the cards, quite honestly. Whenever I got that phone call, because we had been, dealing with this since early April. Whenever you get that phone call, I mean, quite honestly, the only thing that's been keeping me sane has been the pigeons, and that's why I've been doing the pigeon videos. But, I lost my mom, and it's gonna take me a minute to get right, guys. This is gonna be my first step in trying to get there. The cards are gonna come back because I was talking to my mom about, 314 whenever she went into the hospital, and she was asking me about, how I was doing with the boys and the channel, because she watches my channel, and her favorite was whenever I would do the parodies and put the masks on. She just she always thought I was funny. She always I lost my biggest fan. It sucks, but I mean, the cards are gonna come back. Everything. It's gonna be pigeons, and it's gonna be cards, because I'm telling you what, if it wasn't for the pigeons, I don't know, I would have lost my mind. But yeah, I'm rambling now. But yeah, just wanted to let everybody know. So I will be in a couple weeks. I'll be doing the live. We gotta get winners for that Spread the Love, Spread the Hobby. I'm gonna continue doing the pigeons, because this is my dad's 45th season. Now I'm gonna dedicate the season to my mom. So hopefully I have a head that just tears it up, so I can name it after my mom. And man, I know there was some guys out there. I appreciate some of my card family, that hit me up, that knew about this, like Omyo, Ikama for Egg, Triple B, Dan, Hard Art Cards, Mr. Fisher Bike, of course, Mazza, Frank, Purple GT, Steve, man, thank you. Great Lake Breaks, Jake, man, just thank you. I appreciate you guys for reaching out, because it's been pretty tough. Like I said, I'm going to try and get everything back to normal, but pigeon videos are gonna keep coming, and hopefully the cards will come back here soon. But yeah, man, my mom was awesome. And honestly, this is one of my favorite pictures. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you this just to show you what kind of person my mom. My mom had an awesome personality. And this is one of my favorite pictures of my parents whenever they were younger. And it might not be appropriate, but you know, I just think it's hilarious, and it just goes to show you that's my mama, all young, and that is my dad. My favorite picture, but it's his shirt that just takes the cake in this picture. And you're like, oh, that is too much. Yeah, but my mom bought it for him and made him wear it. That's how cool my mom is. So, bear with me, guys. Everything will get back to normal, but and to everybody who reached out, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. So, yeah, we'll get back to the cardboard. The feathers are going to keep on flying too. But I appreciate everybody who's been with me for a long time. Everybody who supported me. And everybody who reached out. It means a lot. Man, lost a champion. That's okay. We'll move on. I love my mom. She was awesome. I hope you guys go out there and just, hug your mom. Tell your mom you love her. And to those who can't, man, I feel your pain. But either way, go out there. Do something good for someone. And the good will come back to you.